The After Hours.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy, Dev here. Welcome back to the After Hours. So yes, guys, it's not a very good time to be a Vikings fan. We're just taking L after L after L after L. And this latest one against the Seahawks, it's no different, man. You know, I was worried going into this one that Sammy D would just have like some amazing game and he'd absolutely torch us, and then that would be the story, right? Vikings let Darnold walk, and then he comes back in his revenge game and he absolutely torches the Vikings. That's not really what happened. We got kind of an anticlimactic game where the Vikings just kept shooting themselves in the foot. Super sloppy quarterback play from Max Brosmer. Kind of what you'd expect from him, to be honest. An undrafted guy, a Minnesota boy, a gopher, but none of that makes any difference, man. He was thrown to the fishies. He was absolutely just tossed into the dog pen and he got eaten up. 4 picks today, guys. Threw 4 picks. You know it's bad when I'm actually missing JJ McCarthy on the field. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's starting to sting for sure. You guys check out our short section. You can see me popping off a little bit, but I've had some time to think, gather myself, and think about what happened and what is happening. I don't know, man. I've always been a KOC guy, and I always thought that we would be better with him, but that little devil on my shoulder keeps whispering, and I keep observing the play calling and just the things that KOC decides to do with this team, especially in third and short situations, fourth and short situations, as you saw that travesty play from Brosmer. I don't even want to talk about it. You kick a field goal there. You kick a field goal there to tie it up. What the hell was he thinking? So that happens. When I say that this team is terrible, that's really not fair. Our offense is terrible. Our play calling was terrible. The defense was solid. The defense looked really good. Can't ask much more from those boys. Just really kind of sucks. They get that takeaway, and then we fudge it up and give the ball right back. There are a couple highlights on our side. Dallas Turner, that kid is developing into a solid player. Really cool to see what's becoming of him, the contributions that he's making. Just huge impacts, guys. He's getting to the quarterback. He's stopping the run. Diamond Dallas Turner, hats off to you, brother. A couple guys, in my opinion, kind of got exposed tonight. Isaiah Rodgers. There was a lot of talk around him from those takeaways in the Bengals game, record setting, yada, yada, yada. But there's been other times, one specific play comes to mind against the Eagles, and then a couple times tonight where it's just like, dang, I really thought we'd see, I don't know, he's not a bad player, but it's just like, kind of got exposed a couple times. Byron Murphy got exposed a couple times tonight. Just not really flying around like he was last season, it seems like to me. Another thing that's super crazy about this game to me, guys, is that we didn't score a single point. We're ending with 0 points. And like I said, I expected, Sam Darnold to be a factor and to be the reason that we lost this game, but he wasn't. He really didn't do that much. We just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. The defense would work their asses off and try to get us into a position where we can win this game, and then it would be fumbled. It's hard. I don't know what to say at this point. I don't know what to do. I have always been a KOC guy, but is this the point that we're reaching right now where we start to think maybe we should try to get a new head coach? Brian Flores is a solid coach. Why don't we just make him our head coach? We definitely, I think, in my opinion, need to get somebody else calling the plays on offense, okay? I mean, I would really like to see a series, a set of downs where we just run the ball every time, okay? If we're third and short, fourth and short, why are we not just giving Jordan Mason the ball? I would understand not wanting to give Aaron Jones the ball in a situation like that, but why don't we get that big slab of ham out there, Jordan Mason, give him the ball, just let him run through the line of scrimmage. Why don't we give Brosman the ball and just let him fall over the line of scrimmage? You know, I don't know. Why don't you throw one first down? Instead of, it just seems like KOC's play calling is so predictable, dude, and it's getting really frustrating. It really is. And I'm taking a look at the rest of our season, guys, the rest of our schedule here, and I'm starting to scratch my head because there's been a couple of these teams that I thought we would definitely win against, and now we're definitely not winning against. It's kind of embarrassing. You guys can take a look back at my prediction before the season started. I thought we were going to be way, way, way better than this, dude. And now I feel silly. I feel kind of stupid. But that's just kind of how these things go. A lot of other people thought we were going to be better than this as well. On paper, we looked like such a solid team. On film, we look like a pigsty out here, guys. It's bad. Forget about this season. A couple questions come to mind. Are the flashes from J.J. McCarthy something that we can put our faith back into, his development, hoping that he can do things like week 1 against the Bears or this last Bears game where, he wasn't playing the best, but when it mattered, he came in clutch time, and he secured that game in game 1, and he almost won us that game last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, against the Bears again. But we also see other flashes of just interceptions for one, super underthrown balls, that kind of thing, holding onto the ball way too long instead of just checking down for the easy yardage, or just taking the sack for what seems like almost no reason at all. But we also see, like I said before, those other flashes where it's like, gosh darn it, JJ might be the guy. Are a lot of us, diehard Vikings fans just getting too emotional and freaking out on JJ when we maybe shouldn't be, or is it justified? Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think? Fire people. If anyone should get fired, it might have to be KOC, guys. I mean, I'm not really happy with what's been going on, unless he's willing to maybe hand over the reins on play calling on the offensive side of things. I don't know. It's been too rough to continue this way. Maybe there's something I don't know behind the scenes. Maybe all we got to do, like I said before, is get JJ back out there, get him the reps that he needs, and he'll just start improving. But it's really difficult seeing all the media going around about this JJ stuff, all the toxicity, everybody hating on him, making fun of him, the whole 9 thing. It is kind of a bit cringe. But I liked JJ. I still like JJ. I was a really big JJ guy. And I don't know. I feel like if he can just keep a couple things in mind and start improving on a couple of those things we talked about earlier, JJ could be a great quarterback. And he could be exactly what we needed. But I had expected him to fit in a little bit better than this. I expected a little bit quicker of a start than this. Yeah. I'm just not sure that the direction we're headed right now is the direction we want to go. Definitely not. I'm frustrated. I'm sure a lot of you guys are also frustrated. I'm kind of ticked off at KOC. I feel bad for a lot of players. You saw the looks on the sidelines, guys, and it's just Justin Jefferson, Jalen Naylor. You saw their looks as they were sitting on the bench. I feel bad for him, man. This sucks. I'm upset. I'm sure you guys are upset. I'm sure KOC is upset. I'm sure the ownership's really upset. I said in the shorts that I posted earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody loses their job tomorrow. I'm kind of sentimental. I love this team. I think that would be very sad, but something needs to change. So I will be releasing a couple videos on what I think that something needs to be. So look out for that, guys. some rebuilding definitely needs to be done here, guys, on our side. The Minnesota Vikings are not just going to lay down and die. Maybe for this season we might. I think we could come back and win. These teams we got left, I'm thinking we could possibly get a win over Commies. I thought we would win against the Packers, but they beat us, so who knows what's going to happen this second game against them. Cowboys are looking kind of swifty, so I'm not sure if we could get a dub against the Cowboys. Lions, we beat them the first time with JJ. We could definitely do it again, but at the same time, I think they're probably a little bit mad about the way that game went. I don't think it's going to be as easy as it was the first time, so could get a win against the Lions. I don't know, man. The way we've been looking, I kind of doubt it. So, Commies maybe. The rest I'm very, very uncertain about, as seems to be the trend with a lot of things with this team. But I freaked out there for a second. You guys can check that out in the short section if you want to see me crash out a little bit. But the thoughts are collected. The emotions are under control. Let's figure out what we got to do here, guys, to be a good football team again. That's all I've got for you for this episode of the After Hours, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you are not subscribed, please make sure to take a second to click the subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell so you do not miss out on future Vikings content. And thank you guys so much for being here. I have been Dev. This has been the After Hours. What is up from Minnesota? And it looks like we'll just have to see you in the next one, peeps. Have a great evening. Drink some water. Get some sleep. Peace out.